peeplos and alpacas, this is Livy, and I want to talk a little bit about 2020. And I'm not talking about the drama or any crap like that, but I want to talk about could the year 2020 be the year of Cuphead and Resident Evil, two of my favorite video games of all time. And as most of you may know, they both have, I guess you could say, sequels, even though Cuphead is a DLC and Resident Evil 3 is a sequel remake. Still, they're both having new stuff, and with Cuphead, the new DLC, the Cuphead show, all sorts of novels, and the art book. Oh my god, I am so excited for that. As in Resident Evil, the Resident Evil 3 remake, and also there's gonna be Resident Evil Residence, which I have no idea what that one is about. Like, I just heard about it when I saw the Resident Evil 3 trailer, and that looks awesome too. It looks like you get introduced to a whole bunch of new characters, and I also heard that Annette's making a comeback, which that's pretty cool, even though she was kind of a bitch, but all excitement for that. Here's something that I actually did not too long ago. You guys probably heard about Resident Evil 2 demo coming back, the RPD demo. I actually downloaded it and checked it out. I know, Livy, why did you do that? Because there's something interesting in there, and I want you guys to check it out. Alright, I actually learned this from another YouTuber that, actually, this YouTuber specializes a lot in Resident Evil, which there are YouTubers out there like that. I've watched them, they're awesome, they have a lot of fun content to look at. Kind of like what I do with Cuphead, like try to find as much content as possible of Resident Evil. But with Resident Evil, it's an older game, and there's more to the lore. No offense to Cuphead. There'll be more to the lore in the future! There'll be more to the lore in the future! Okay. But this is the demo. I found this out from the YouTuber called Where's Barry. I'll have the link to the video in the description below of how I found this out. So if you go back outside and go over here, listen very, very carefully. Did you hear that? That was the Nemesis. And I might as well play around through this while, I already played through it. It's a lot of fun to play through, even though if you already had the game. And by my understanding, you will not lose progress. Is anybody here? You will not lose progress at all if you do this. That if you uninstall the game and reinstall it, you'll find a new achievement. But yeah, the DLC. The DLC of Resident Evil 2. It is awesome. And I've been seeing, like, different Resident Evil mods. Which that is, I love that. Like, I actually want one. It's one of those ones that you have to pay for and write down a certain code in the game that you can change costumes of the characters or even change the gameplay. The one I think was really cool is like how the old Resident Evil games used to play, that you could play it like that in this game with this certain mod. It's called Camera Angles. It is really, really cool. Looks really, really cool. And I actually would like to make my own mod. Like, as a lot of you guys saw on Twitter, I don't know if I ever said it on the channel, but I want a Cuphead Resident Evil crossover so bad. I want that so bad. Yeah, and I don't think I ever said it on the channel, but yeah, and I will make it happen. I'll find a way to make it happen. A Cuphead and Resident Evil crossover. Like, it's not gonna happen for real, even though that would be freaking awesome. Like I said, I've been playing a lot of Resident Evil in my spare time. Basically, I'm being a perfectionist and trying to get all the achievements. I've gotten so many achievements. Even my first ever S rank in the game. I am so excited about that. On standard! Not on easy! On standard! I'm skipping over the movie because we're just gonna talk more about this. But yeah, the gameplay in here is a little bit different than in the original game. Like, if I start a new game, and if I did like what you did earlier for, to hear the Nemesis, will you hear it? No, you will not. I've actually checked. Sorry, you will not. You will only hear it in the demo. And the demo had so many, like, hints and Easter eggs. Well, I don't know about so many, but they have a few hint and Easter eggs of the DLC. Not the DLC, the third remake of the Resident Evil franchise. And one thing I learned in the game, like, the best way to kill a zombie, don't just shoot at the head. That's what I used to do, is always just shoot at the head. What you could... is try to shoot all their limbs off. That kills a zombie really quickly. And And also, you'll get an achievement for shooting off all the limbs. Yeah, I'm drop dead serious. You will get an achievement for that. Even though this doesn't really matter. And I've also got to the point of memorizing the combinations. Yeah, the original demo for the game is that you were only timed and it was only for a limited time, but this you can play as much of it as you like, and you are not timed. It's done to a certain point. Like, originally I was not thinking about doing this until I heard about the Nemesis, and I'm like, ooh. Don't worry, you don't have to worry about the lickers in the demo. Which what makes it really, really nice. And actually, in all honesty, you don't have to worry about those. You just go back to Marvin. I was never bitten or anything. Go back to Marvin. Oh. Yep. And that's the demo. But yeah, that's the demo. And what you guys think of that Nemesis stars? That part always scared me when I first played it, and I was an adult. So, well, I think I was just 20, but still, it was like, wow. It was fantastic, and I cannot wait to play it when it comes out. I found out it's in April, not March. I read the date wrong. I'm sorry about that. That's how they did it in the UK. I'm sorry about that. But it's in April, not March. But I'm excited. That sounds like an awesome Easter present. Yay! And as in Cuphead news, there's not much lately, but don't you worry. If there's any single piece of Cuphead news, even if it's just something extremely silly, I will be talking about it. I promise you that. But tell me in the comment section below, what would you like to see as in a Cuphead Resident Evil crossover? Don't judge me. I know it sounds weird. Resident Evil is a horror survival game and Cuphead is not. But I really want to see that happen so bad. But leave a like, it is very well appreciated. Hop aboard the Epic bandwagon and subscribe and leave a bell for notification and join our PP party. But this was Livy and this episode next. I'll see you next time, my friends, and see ya.